to my grave.
Let me tell you about this little lady in my life.
Send me
I guess
to
you could
my
call it a free-arranged relationship, since neither of us ever really agreed on it to my knowledge. But I love her though, and I think she
I
loves
gotta
me.
speak me.
But you know how relationships go. Now check it out now.
She started with the promise of perfect peaceful equality, calling me forth with liberty, justice, honor, and honesty. Probably the reason you get sucked on me if improperly addresses she in my presence, blind with pride, just live the dream. Made to believe the deviation from her plan would lead to the devastation of a nation, no one around me. How can this be? Actions opposite of what she preach. Tells me be free, then she over short is on my leash, and I overlook it. Can't believe that she's crooked. Look at everything she done, plenty blessings I took from just the thought of it gives me sugar. Double cross me, she wouldn't. Couldn't fathom the plots and plans against a man when she cooked. Come on, put it. Know I love you and it's grown since birth. Elementary, learn your pledge. Tell me why you came first. Blood, sweat, and tears drop in the bucket. So much more you're worth. No, you never do me harm, and I'm defending you to dirt. So
Send me to my grave.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, yeah.
Send me to my grave.
what? Big bitch gon' be the death for me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I said yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
got a big mean woman.
Check it out now, lately she's influenced by power, corruption, money, greed. Funny thing, letting folks invincible with something she needs. Barely feeds her own seeds, trapped and struggling at home. I know.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Gymkhanajosh, and welcome to Beyond the Apex, where we talk about motorcycle everything and then some. Tonight, we have some special guests with us. These two cats are some certified knee draggers, official coaches. I just had the experience of riding with them down at JenningsGP, had a blast. You might recognize them as the two guys that flew over you on Wheelie Hill at New York Safety Track, or the best booty short wearing flag bitch. There's a lot of things they might be known for in this motorcycle world, but before we get to our guests, I'm gonna kick it over to my left, and to your right, you'll see my co-host Butter. Butter, what's up with your brother?
What's going on, everybody? Peace. Same old, you already know. Just great weekend riding. We went out to Philly. Somebody's got us echoing real bad. Alex, put your mic.
Can you even hear us right now?
No, I heard you guys perfectly fine. My mic is muted the whole time.
Somebody's
I don't know why it's echoing.
Yeah, there's a lot of echo.
Damn.
Oh, let me try this.
Is the volume on his TV turned down?
Somebody listening? Is somebody watching the show at the same time?
No, we off.
Hold on, let me turn mine off. I turn my TV off.
Hey,
Let's
that's
do
the
that.
thing right there. He's like listening to the show on the TV.
Charges it in.
I was like, leave it to the brothers to fuck shit up.
There we go.
I mean, I had the volume turned down, but still.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
picks up.
it's gonna always blast up.
Perfect. There's always something, but we figure it out eventually. So, Butter, what the hell is going on, man? Besides a bunch of echo in the broadcast, what's going on this week?
Nah, that's good. I met some great guys over in Philly. Went out to Philly on Saturday with one of my boys from Black City, Rob, Big Lou, and I finally got to meet a biker who actually follows us. Good supporter of mine, and we actually rode and broke bread together. So it was a kind of great weekend. Saw him, and then on Sunday, just rode my ass off. I spent all day Sunday riding. I don't even remember how many freaking miles I fought.
Yeah, I saw you were at a damn Easter egg hunt too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. So it's PJ's event, PJ Marcel. Whoever's been to the 9/11 can tell that PJ puts on one hell of an event. So he did some charity work in his neighborhood. I got the echo when I can.
if you have the show on your TV or something, just turn it all the way down.
Yeah. I'm sitting in a room with no TV. Can't it be me?
Yeah, actually, I don't hear you.
Now we good. Whatever happened, well, now it's a little bit. But yeah. So,
I think it was Stefan's mic then.
So PJ Marcel had a really good event on Saturday. He had an Easter egg hunt over in Howard Beach. He had a lot of kids come out. They gave out Easter eggs. They had candies and stuff like that. So we did that early Saturday morning, and it was a really great turnout. People were donating all over. Like they didn't have a problem taking money out of their pockets. Get ready for the next event.
Right on. Well, all right. So we have a kind of a special segment tonight going on. We're gonna add this to our weekly broadcast. Tonight we have something straight from Bill's, the biker chef, from the Biker News Network. We're gonna kick it over to Bill's right now.
Thank you, Josh. Hi, I'm Bill, CNN News Network. I just want to touch base on a couple of things tonight, and then we can go back to the regular show. The first thing I want to touch is, a lot of people didn't know about DMX. He's in critical condition at White Plains Hospital. A lot of us bikers went up there on Sunday, and a lot of bikers went up there on Monday to pay respect. There we did a little tribute. People did some burnouts. They had a couple of interviews. They played some music. You know, basically just wanted to show love to a person that is in great condition right now. So, that's about it as far as that. We have a couple of events coming up this week. Tomorrow on April 7th in Queens, Wicked Wednesdays, which is the first New York City bike night with them. It's going to be called with Christine and I think City from Black City Riders. Thursday night we have. Thursday night we have Square Biz Ladies Bike Night, which is going to be at Square Biz Clubhouse on 212th in Jamaica Ave. They're doing their Thursday kickoff, which starts at 10 p.m. And then on Friday we have another bike night from Rock Boy Choppers. It's going to be Rock Boy State of Emergency, Park and Chill, April 9th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And that's going to be at 3772 Marcus Garvey Boulevard. And the cross street is Jefferson in Brooklyn. It's at Rock Boy's Barbershop. That
Right. Well, thank you for that Biker News Network update. Now we're going to kick it to our guests here. I see one of you on the screen, one of you has disappeared, and Butter is not existing either. What in the hell happened?
What is going on? There it is.
Alright, now Butter's back. Hell yeah. Alright, so I'm going to introduce our guests again, and hopefully we get this video signal worked out before we really get into it. But our guests this evening, like I said, they're coaches, they're certified, official. I just met them actually for the first time down at JenningsGP in Florida. We had a good time. We had a really good time. Some people had more fun than others. But our guests tonight are Stefan and Alex, two great riders. And fellas, welcome this evening. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Yo, so I want to kind of kick off with some talk about your beginning in motorcycle riding. It was on the dirt. You guys were both motocross riders.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby.
So who kind of got you guys into the sport?
Dude, it was a Disney show.
Motocross, that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, was it Supercrossed or Motocross or something like that? We saw that shit on Disney Channel. I was like, that's it. That's what we want to do for the rest of our lives.
Did you have any family members that were into it before you?
Dude, our parents were so against it. It's not even funny.
Really?
Yeah.
but then you basically took it and you ran with it. You both were competitive with it too, right?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you
we
still?
w-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, no, we raced for a number of years. Um, Nothing crazy, but I mean, we did really good for a while. We had some cool coaches and got to make a lot of friends doing motocross, and obviously gained a bunch of experience that riding from the dirt transfers to the to the street. Obviously, just like the we're not scared of like the bike kicking around a little bit or obviously jumping
Right.
them.
Actually,
Yeah, I kind of heard that. I heard a lot of guys who transitioned from dirt bike over to the street bike. It's a little bit easier for them because you guys don't have the fear of the tail coming out from under you.
Well, it's that and um, like dude, at the street bike track, you buy traction. And motocross, you had to make it. You know, the track changes every lap. There's different ruts, different berms, and different holes. You know, at least at the
You're
street
playing in
bike
the
track.
elements. You're basically
Yeah,
playing in the element, and it takes a real rider to understand that. Like a lot of people don't really understand. Like when you're riding track, you don't know what groove is in, what hole is in, what it could be water, it could be anything. So I don't know if you guys know. We have a really good friend that comes up to New York Safety. His name is Roger Angers. He's up from Boston. He's an older gentleman, has a Suzuki 750. You'll see him on May 7th and 8th. I'll introduce you guys. He's
yeah,
a professional motocrosser for many
yeah.
years. Yeah,
Absolutely.
70s and 80s. He kicked ass up there in Palmer. His dad even motocrossed, so they usually come out to New York Safety. So
Oh, good. We'll
May
have some
7th and
fun
8th, I
then.
definitely will introduce you. The guy is like a world class rider. He's ass and he's sweet bike man, and he's even better. Like
Yeah.
Sounds
he
awesome.
also,
I'm ready.
you know, he expected. He had told me that. He said, once you do motocross, the bike shimmy, and when you ride on a street bike, it's even better. Like you're so used to it. So I kind of understand where you guys are coming from, learning from that. I also have another friend. His name is Phil. He used to play for the New York Jets. He motocross, and we rode together. And he's like, dude, it was like a natural. First time I saw him on a street bike, I was like, this kid's a natural. But it's because you have that you don't have that fear of the bike coming out from under you because you already know what to expect.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
that.
in motocross, it's the bike is always moving around. So the little times it does on the track, it honestly doesn't bother us at all because we're so used to it. We actually go with it, and sometimes you can like drift a little bit around the turns. It's just really fun learning that ability and doing it.
You know, it's even funnier. It sounds retarded, but man, we ain't scared of crashing because we feel like Superman when we put these leather suits on. You know, with all this padding. Bro, we raced in pants and long sleeve shirts. I mean, obviously they're motocross gear, but we didn't have no airbag suits. We didn't have
We
no
we
like.
call those
Yeah,
pajamas.
the motocross suit, those outfits really like they're mesh. That's all it is.
Yeah, pajamas. They're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
or expensive pajamas, guys. I get it.
Yeah, real expensive pajamas.
yo, speaking of gear or no gear, Alex, I know you had a really crazy accident at one point in time in your life. Had some like real serious surgery after that. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, my C-section.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that makes sense.
Yo,
Show him the scar. Show him the scar.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh yeah, I see it. Oh, but you got it going up and down. You got it up and
Yeah, it goes
down.
down and around. There's a hole
yo,
there.
this dude's
hole
insides
there.
were outside of his body.
I would show you. I would show you mine. You'd have to get around my whole gut to see it.
Yeah, I showed you mine. You guys show me yours now.
Hey, it's not that kind of show. It's not that kind of show, fellas.
We're talking about scars. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, listen. Before you was born, they had motorcycles that had mirror stays on them. They had these metal brackets that come up, right? One went through my arm. It went from here over here. You can see the scars on both sides because it went through my arm. The
That's
mirror
awesome.
stay. That shit hurt
Damn.
like a motherfucker because I had the whole front of the bike in my arm. I had to pull it out. And when I pulled it out, it just started squirting blood everywhere, like a broken hose. I was like, ah! The funny thing was, half of my ass and my skin on my back was off, and I didn't even feel it. I felt the hole. I didn't even really feel the hole. It was looking at it that made me pass out. That
That's
shit hurt.
crazy.
I've been
Yeah,
lucky
that
enough not
hurts.
to experience something
But they don't
like
make bikes like that no more. Those are old bikes. I'm telling my age.
Yeah, that was before us.
that. Yo, so as far as like you said something earlier about taking skills from dirt riding and bring it to the asphalt, I know there are some people that are diehard. Like, if you want to learn how to ride, if you want to get on the track, do it on the dirt first, and you're gonna be leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else. What really can you bring from dirt riding to Jennings or New York Safety?
Everything.
What can't you?
Really?
I mean, man, it's like the learning curve is so much faster coming from dirt to street because it's just. I mean, it's like cheating. Like riding a street bike now is like it's cheating as riding a motorcycle. You know, like I said before, you buy the tires, which is your traction. So you're paying for traction. You're not trying to make it. So that takes one thing out of the back of your head. So you're not constantly worrying about sliding out or crashing due to no traction. Because I mean, how many millions of dollars are invested into R&D of these tires that
Right.
Dunlop, Pirelli, Michelin, they're all making, you know? And in motocross, it's like, do you hit it? You're coming through a rutted section and you got a sand tire on. You hit a little rock real quick, and you're getting yeeted.
You say the same thing, Alex?
Oh, absolutely. I thought I heard someone talking in the background. Sorry.
It was actually us on YouTube.
Oh.
See, I
No,
never
I
actually
agree with
had
them
that.
100%.
I never had that dirt experience, and I mean, just my experience as a kid riding like BMX bikes in the dirt. I feel like I never really got the whole like body positioning and like.
Oh, the body position is in every way opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only similarity really is engine, two wheels. Else is it's comparing apples and pickup trucks. It's not even in the same category. I'm serious, man.
That's funny.
Um,
That's funny.
How'd you guys get involved with certified knee draggers?
Safety
Sold you
track,
guys
bro.
a banana dream,
I
right?
went for
He
him.
sold you a banana dream too, right?
Yeah, right.
I think Carlos sold. I think he sold us all a bag of goods.
Promise me rainbow and sunshine. No.
Yeah. He said he'd give me a bag of unicorn shit, and I'm still
Yeah,
waiting. Like,
right.
what the
For
fuck?
real.
Oh, you didn't
No.
get that yet?
Carlos, man, where
Damn.
you
No, man.
Nah,
No.
not yet.
Meeting him was awesome, bro. So we're up at safety track, and he's always the loud Spanish guy in the corner, just blasting music. And you up to safety
Carlos.
track.
Wait, you mean little Carlos, not big Carlos.
Both Carloses. I didn't know at the
Well,
time.
he
Right? I
said
did.
blasted music, but Carlos
Yeah.
he doesn't talk. Like he doesn't really.
Carlos, yeah. Carlos
Little
is very little Carlos
Carlos.
is loud. Little Carlos is loud.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
dude.
loud. He's like the Dominican dude next door that's always playing
Yeah.
bachata and shit. That's little Carlos.
Oh well, my experience of meeting Big Carlos is way different. Cause like, dude, I
Yeah.
met him blasting music, and I rode down with some beers. I was like, "Yo, I want in. I want this. I want what you got. I want this." And I met his family. He has an amazing family, an amazing support system. I mean, he's just doing his thing.
Shout out to Yummy, man. Yummy, I'm glad she's doing well. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
her.
Absolutely.
She's the backbone of certified. I know that for a fact.
She is the
She's
whole
awesome.
body.
Yeah, no.
She's in charge.
I tell you a funny story. I haven't seen Yummy since the last certified Me Dragons weekend, and Carlos posted a picture, and I glanced at the picture right away, and I was like, "Wow, who's that hot girl in the picture?" I got a call, and I called Carlos. I'm like, "Hey, dude, I didn't realize that was your wife. I'm so sorry, man. I was looking at your wife in the picture." She looks amazing after everything that she's gone through. I think God is good, and I'm excited to see her at the track because when I first met them, I was looking for him because I saw a picture of his nephew on a computer in a school, and I tell the guy, "Yeah, who's that kid? You know him?" He's like, "That's my son." I'm like, "Get out of here." He goes to New York Safety. He's like, "Yeah." And then I'm like, "Who's the other guy?" He's like, "Oh, that's my brother-in-law, Carlos." So I'm like, "Wait a second. These guys hang out at New York Safety track?" I said, "You too?" He's like, "Nah, I don't do that stuff. I just go up there, but my son goes up there." So I went up there the following weekend, and I started looking for these guys. I'm looking. I had the picture in my hand. I'm like, I'm looking for this guy right here, Carlos, and this kid. I think it was Steve from Moto D or Dragonstone. They're like all the way in the back, look for the certified knee dragger trailer.
Yeah.
all the rowdy Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. They're over there. But I get on, and the first thing Yummy says is like, "Would you like some coffee?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a real Puerto Rican house over here." She offered me coffee and food like any real, genuine Puerto Rican Dominican woman would.
Yeah, that's amazing. They're such good people, and they have such a good thing going. And it's like Josh said, we just met down at Jennings, and it's like we just clicked. Totally different backgrounds. Like I'm from the sticks, he's down by the city. I don't even know where he lives. I know it's like south than me, so I was like, it's south, it's the city. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, I'm not a
about that
city boy
life.
though. I'm not born and raised here.
And it's
though.
like,
Carlos is in the suburbs.
I mean, he's pretty close to the city too. He ain't that far from us.
in the suburbs. That
too
motherfucker.
long.
The motherfuckers don't park. They don't have street parking. They park in their driveways over there.
Yeah.
If you don't have to parallel park, you live in the suburbs, motherfucker.
There we go.
Yo, what's funny
Yeah,
though?
we're definitely in the suburbs then, because we got like 10 driveways in 10 driveways in our car, 10 cars in our driveway.
Yo, Stefan, for example,
Came in
right?
perfect
He was
time.
talking about how we met down there at Jennings and we clicked. But check it out. Like our interaction for like Friday and Saturday, we were just kind of like joking around, like in passing, just acquaintances because we all had the same, peoples in common and whatnot. But the Saturday night, I think I started doing interviews right there at the certified temp, and he came over and he was like, laughing and joking and being all Stefan, and then all of a sudden I started asking him all these questions, and he's like, everybody else noticed too, like he all of a sudden was like real serious, like, oh shit.
He became a statue.
Yeah.
Dude, the camera.
It was the funniest thing ever. He's like, I have to be all professional.
I was
Dude,
laughing.
I was terrified.
I was laughing inside. But I don't know if it was the questions I was asking or the camera or what, but all of a sudden you were all of a sudden like, oh, this is some serious questioning. And you stopped joking around. Even Carlos.
He got stage fright.
In stark contrast though,
Yeah,
his brother,
I-
Alex, he even said on camera, the camera loves me.
Yeah, we always joke about that. He should have been born a porn star.
Lord.
'Cause he loves the
I
camera.
kind of missed it all at Jennings, so I'm jealous right
I think
now.
season opener is
Oh,
gonna
there's
be.
actually,
guys.
they took
Feel
a
the salt
bunch of
burning in
pictures.
my eyes.
I got a lot of video. Got
Yeah,
a
there was
bunch
some
of
they took a
pictures.
bunch
I
of
think the
pictures
season
there.
opener is gonna be
I
a
wanna
lot
go
better
live.
actually.
But
Oh yeah, there's some
Well,
good
from what I-
stuff happening there.
from what I understand, the people that run Jennings, and this is just hearsay, and not from me, so I don't want to be kiboshed, but they're like kind of ruling with an iron fist down there. So New York safety, and we let loose. There's not going to be so much. Craig is a lot more laid back. It's cool. It's more family oriented over there. So if you're gonna miss out on any track day, make sure it's not May 7th and 8th.
Oh, absolutely.
If you think all the stories you heard about Jennings, and those of you that went to Jennings, you have not seen anything, because Brooklyn, Jersey, Staten Island,
Pennsylvania,
Queens, we bringing
Everywhere.
Carolina,
Upstate
Florida,
New York.
everybody's
We-
coming.
All of it.
Yeah, seriously.
It's all going upstate, baby.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had a heavy police presence like they've never had, knowing all these New York City motherfuckers is coming up there to just cause havoc for the weekend.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be crazy. I mean, you guys going up Thursday?
We live there.
Pretty much it, yeah.
It's a
No,
3.5.
yeah.
I gotta get there Thursday night.
So Butter, you're actually
Yeah,
you're
we're gonna-
taking a more like coaching role or administrative role. What are you actually doing for certified up there?
So certified's gonna have their hands full with so much other stuff, like worrying about the people getting their transportation ready, getting stuff ready, gear ready, tech inspections and all that. So what I'll be doing is I'll be working with all the novices or the rookies, all the first coaches. I think Manny's gonna be there that day. I mean, there's no better person than having Manny on.
Yeah, shout out to
rookie day.
Manny.
Yeah, shout out to Matt.
Okay.
Manny's awesome. Yeah.
The best. We'll be taking that whole group, and I'll be going with them through like a pre-session before we even see Manny. I'll explain to them what's going to happen, how it's going to work, have everybody feel, at ease, have any questions. I want to make sure that all their bikes are tech inspected or they're ready for tech
Nice.
inspection. Because, you can't be pulling Carlos. Like, if we got 20, 30 new rookies, can't have him answer everybody's question because he's doing so much other stuff. So
Yeah, there's
with
only
me,
He's
one
doing
Carlos.
everything.
I'll have all the rookies together. I'll put everybody together, get their bikes together, and I'll say, hey, look, this is what your bike needs to have. Check this, check that. We'll go through like, whatever 10, 15 point inspections to make sure everything is a go. And then have everybody check in. I'll show everybody how to check, who to check with, all that stuff. They need I'll be the guide though. And then we'll get into our meetings, riders meeting, rookie meetings. I'll explain to them how that's gonna go. I'll explain to them. I'll give them a walk around of everything that they need to know, where the bathroom is, where the food is, where we line up at the track. We'll kind of pre-talk about what to look for on the track.
Definitely where the food is. He's gonna let him know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a bunch of good food up there this event.
I'll basically go over the rules, what not to do, what to do. Pretty sure they're gonna hear it at riders meeting, but be more personal with these guys. This is their first time, so you want to make sure that a lot of people when they go somewhere for the first time, their first intuition is they don't want to make a mistake, make a fool out of themselves, disrespect somebody, or do something that might cost them their day.
Yeah.
So give them all that prior to everything else happen and have them feel, at ease. Most people will have a better day. Check people's suits, make sure suits are good. Whatever any of the rookies need, like I will be hands-on liaison for the whole certified day. If you need help with anything, we'll be there to help you with anything. If you need a mechanic, I'll go out and outsource, get a mechanic for you. Or if you need a tool, a part, whatever you need, just come to me. I'll be able to handle it.
Yeah, that's the best part about Certified, man. It's like it's a family, so it's like your first time with Certified. It's like you've been there for years. Nobody feels out of place. It's like we've all been to the track for the first time by ourselves and didn't know all these people, and we want to make everybody feel as invited as like it's their 30th or 40th time coming to the track.
They definitely execute that. I can see
An
that.
awesome family environment, which is it's a very nice thing and humble thing to have on the weekends, especially doing something you love and enjoy. It just makes the experience a lot more enjoyable.
For sure. Actually, so you two, I mean, I know you're coaches for certified, but what is your role? Like, what do you kind of do there for people? If they need help up there, what do they come to you for?
Oh, dude, they can come to us for literally anything.
Anything and everything.
I bring my tools with me. They need help with body position. We could work one-on-one for body position. We do private coaching. We do control riding. Anything. We could strap on our GoPros and do private GoPro footage of you guys. Like anything you guys need. That's literally. I mean, from top to bottom, we literally can do it all.
I mean, do you guys kind of like flow in and out of all the different like levels, or you just stick to one, or what?
Oh, the groups? No, I go to all different groups: expert, intermediate, novice, rookies. I like working with everyone and helping everyone out because then everyone grows together, and that's what makes the sport more enjoyable too.
Yeah.
What's the best group to coach?
Expert.
Because you have more fun, or because they're actually just more fun?
Oh, because like someone's always faster than you, and then they may be faster in a section, and then you're teaching them like how to get faster, and you find out, oh wait, they're faster than me. Here, okay. Like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but you both learn from each other.
Alex, you look pretty young. How old are you to be a coach?
26.
Nice. And you, Stefan?
28.
Wow. I got sneakers. I got sneakers older than you two guys.
Shit, that's hurtful.
Yo, Alex,
Damn.
I got Jordan.
Hey, Alex,
I got
Chacha
Jordan.
just checked in on the chat. She said Alex can help with some fashion, also, ladies.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if anybody at home. You see that picture on my Instagram, but Alex was quite a good looking little flag bitch there for one of those days. And he was rocking a Beyond the Apex t-shirt.
Bro, Barbara loved him.
Yeah.
She loved him.
Oh, I love Miss Barbara's amazing.
You think she's actually gonna come up to New York
absolutely.
Safety?
Oh,
She has
absolutely. No, they're making plans to come up. They're going to be up there for the I think it's the August event.
Okay.
Okay. August.
I
is
don't
the
know the schedule yet on that, so.
All right, here's the question I really wanted to save for you guys. Who's faster, Stefan or Alex?
Depends
Oh.
on the day.
Yeah, it does,
Honestly.
man, dude. So, yeah, dude, he smoked me at Homestead. Smoked me. I mean, like, he just
Yep.
blew me out of the water.
You guys got different
Jennings,
styles, like.
he got me a Jennings.
All right.
I got him at Jennings. He's better at Jersey, but I'm better at our home track.
Oh shit.
So it's like all the really cool tracks that I never get to ride that he's rode more. That like I want to be faster than my little brother. He's like, nah, not today, little boy. He
But-
just
But that's what's ironic too, because uptown he's faster than me. Downtown I'm faster than him.
That's so weird. That's so weird. 'Cause
yeah.
Some people, for me, I take left turns better than I do right turns, and I'm a righty. So I find that weird. Like, I
It's
hit
the
turn one,
throttle.
and I'm like, woo, turn one. I'm like, yeah. But then I hit like, what's that turn?
3 or 4.
Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
topsy-turvy. But then
Yeah.
when I go the other way, it's like easy. I'm like, yo, why the fuck can I do it the other way? And I never get it. But I think it's more like I think I'm more of a lefty turn dominant. So
Yo, how about this? How about May 7th? We work on those right-hand turns, bro.
absolutely.
What's up?
Listen.
You're talking to the guys.
I bought a brand new GSXR, no miles, for the 2017. I just went to actually shout out to Washington Cycles. So let me tell you what happened to me at Washington Cycles. So I bring this Jixer, guys, if you know me very well, I'm not a fan of Jixers. And these are the little things that don't make me want to buy a bike, specifically a Suzuki.
Shitsuki?
Shitsuki, yeah. To be honest with you, the newer models are really great. Compared to like the old 02s up to like 2012, them shits are like heavy garbage. The newer models are way different. If you had to compare, I rode the ZX6, a brand new ZX6, the Triumph. If I had to put them in order, it's Triumph, ZX6, Suzuki, R6 would be last. But
Damn.
I bought this.
Just made Stefan do a double take right
Hurtful.
Damn.
So the R6, my body doesn't fit on an R6 comfortable. That's all
Everybody
it is.
fits on an
Every
R6.
bike is cut differently.
Every time I finish riding an R6, I got to spit my nuts back out and tuck them back in because I bang this shit. I don't know what the hell. That tank is just horrible for me. The bike is a great bike. I'm just not comfortable on the tank.
Being comfortable is everything.
Yeah. So what I noticed was that the Jixer, when I got it factory, it's kind of flat. You know how most bikes sit? The Jixer's kind of flat. So I went down to Washington Cycles, and shout outs to Washington Cycles. Those guys are amazing. So they take my bike, put me on it, we do all this work, whatever, and they're like, you might need a bigger spring. The stock spring is not meant for a light guy like yourself. Wink. So I said, dude, I never had a problem like doing a suspension on a 600. He's like, yeah, this one's a little lighter. So he referred me to a place, Race Tech out in California, and I'm getting like a special spring for my fat ass that will fit on the bike. So they're gonna remove it, and instead of me having to pay like $1,400 for a whole new Olin suspension, it cost me $300 to get the suspension done correctly with the tuning. So I was like, I saved $1,100 listening to these guys. So, I was ready to go buy an Olin suspension when he recommended. They said, listen, you're not racing, you're not doing crazy stuff. Order a, heavier coil spring, have them send it to you, and they're actually shipping it directly to Washington Cycles, and then we'll install it for you, and then we'll retune your whole suspension. I was like, love you guys.
Nice.
Shout out to Washington.
Yeah,
That's
Cycles.
awesome.
I gotta send those dudes like save me $1,100 practically.
Yeah, that's that's definitely the first step. But once you get faster, like you have like there's no comparison between like a stock shock and a aftermarket spring versus like an Olin's rear end. Like Olin's, K-Tech, having the full built system. Once you need it, obviously, like as a beginner, intermediate, once you get to like top intermediate and then expert pace, you will notice the difference, But I like you just stated, like I think it's really good that if you take the right steps as you come up, so that way you really notice the difference. And like body positions, obviously the biggest thing. You know, like that's getting your
So,
body right
so
is
I learned, I noticed that on the new Jixer, my body, I feel very light on it. I feel comfortable. I can sway myself around. I feel like I can basically do what I had an older Jixer when I first bought my first track bike, and I guess because it was so much more heavier and uncomfortable as to the opposed to the latest one I have. Um, there's a huge difference. And some of these guys, Josh, no pun intended, are riding these older '05s, '06. And I'm like, imagine if this guy is that good on this older bike, what he can do on a newer bike. Like, I could imagine, like, if I think this dude is badass on this old bike, imagine. And I look at it and I say, this is the reason why I want a newer bike because I know I'm going to be better, lighter. I'm going to move more nimble. What I learned is also, and maybe you guys, work on it with me. I hope to see you guys on May 7th.
we won't miss
Um,
it for the world.
Nope,
what I,
we'll be
what,
there.
what Manny helped
Bells
me,
and whistles.
what Manny helped me deal with was I had the fear because of my weight of coming off the bike hard. And Manny was like, not that it's a great thing, but being a big guy, it's actually better when you come off the bike. And I was like, what? And that first like confident moment I had, I scraped the pucks off my shoes. I had my toes sticking out a little too much, so that's how I
Yeah.
knew. But I've never done that shit before like that, like scraping that shit. So and now that I have you guys and we're talking about this, I want you guys to educate the street rider how important your suspension is, especially when you hit like a hard bump, a hole, and you don't have the proper rebound.
Well, so the bumping deals with compression. The rebound, messing with the rebound too much is actually really dangerous. Just because the when you oh my God, I'm drawing a blank right now. Rebound is how fast it blows it back up, right? Compression absorbs that bump, and the rebound blows it back up. So you really want it to be able, you really want your suspension to be able to absorb that bump adequately, but not shove your suspension back up violently, you know? But you have to have your suspension set up for the track or the street. It's very difficult to have a dual tune suspension, you know? It's not recommended that you set it up for the track and then go ride the street. It's actually kind of dangerous.
Butter, you're still on mute. You keep muting yourself.
Being you guys, coaches and on an expert level, just let people know how important it is that if you're like past what 200, 230, you're already bottoming out on your suspension in front. Am I correct? Pretty much.
Depends on also your level of riding. You know, like if you're bombing into turn one and you're late braking, yeah, I weigh I'm 6'2" and I weigh 200 205 something like without my gear on. So hitting turn one really hard, yeah, like you do bottom out your suspension, and having it tuned and set up for your weight and your riding style is, like you said, super important.
Yeah, because from factory, the bikes are set up for the average rider, which is usually like, what is it, 5'8" or 5'9" and 170 pounds.
Really?
That's like nobody. I don't even know people that small.
I mean, your average Japanese person.
No, look at the average.
Kawasaki and Yamaha and everything else. They ain't even that big.
Yeah.
Nope.
They fit more people like me.
No, but they're just set up for like the average rider. So anything after a certain amount of weight, yes, you always have to get it worked on and your suspension fixed for you.
Now, question: Who do you guys? Well, not who do you guys, but what tire you guys recommend for your track? I'm pretty sure you guys got different preferences.
For safety track?
Alex.
Yeah, for safety. Oh wait, May 1st?
Yeah.
For safety, I always use the Dunlop SE1s or SE2s, depending on the temperature.
Yo,
of the day.
those are Pirellis.
Oh, Pirelli! Wow. Sorry.
All right, guys. This guy was a fake coach. Sorry, it was just a.
We got you.
No.
Yeah, right.
It happens.
That was a bad one. Good catch.
Don't worry about it. It happens. I was looking at the Yashimura exhaust and I'm calling it Akapovich. While I was reading it, I called it Akapovich and it said Yashimura.
So what tires you guys use?
Pirellis.
You use Steph, you too use Pirelli as well.
Yeah, so I had my I started on Pirellis. I ran Dunlops at Homestead for the first time ever, and didn't have anything terrible to say about them except me being just a total sissy on trusting them. But that's 100% in my head. But they held up and they lasted long. They grip well. Um, but yeah, I typically like to go with Pirelli SC1s front and rear.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now, you guys hear you speak about multiple tracks. Best track on the East Coast.
Barber.
Barber Motorsports Park. Huh.
Dude, so
Yeah.
so before hooking up with Carlos and Eddie from M44 Transportation, shout out E-Dog.
Now certified transportation.
Yeah, so this year, prior to Jennings and Homestead, I only ran safety track and Jersey twice. So like this, I'm like really new and experiencing different tracks, and it's because of Eddie Martinez from M44 Transportation. You know, what I mean, I work for him part time, helping him transport bikes from like the city to safety track. I mean, literally any track to anywhere. And obviously Carlos, you know, they've like opened up the track world way greater to me. You know, like besides Jersey and safety track, I haven't been to any. So I've only been to 4. Safety track, New Jersey Motor Park. I only did Thunderbolt.
Same.
Lightning is badass.
I haven't done it.
I've heard that. I've never done lightning either.
So I normally when I do any of my New Jersey days, I try to look for the back-to-back.
Oh yeah, I heard
Because
about that.
So this year they kind of whoever did the schedule completely botched it. And shout out to Charity, she's a great person. I love her to death. She's the best. But you always catch like a back-to-back. You know, like there's maybe 1 or 2 weekends or even a Sunday, Monday. But as soon as I see it on the calendar, that's like the first one I want to do. And this year they didn't do it, so it's kind of disappointing trying to find a good weekend because you can ride Thunderbolt for 2 days, but it's not like riding safety at 2 days. Because, you know, with safety, sometimes you might go uptown or you might go downtown. And if you get the combination weekend, it's pretty cool. And sometimes I know, like, if the same group was there, like Friday or Saturday, I know if we push Greg to like, yo, let's go the other way, let's go outside.
Yeah.
You know, like he'll do it because we're like, yo, we already did. You know, so if we had a good day of downtown and then he switches it up, so you get your money's worth on a weekend. Whereas if you go like to New Jersey Motorsport, you do a weekend, it's 2 days at Thunderbolt. It's like, all right. Usually after the first day, like, the second day really not as much. But if you do Lightning, it's like, wait a second. I just did this huge course, pretty awesome, and then you jump on Lightning and it's like a whole different course. So it's like makes it so much more better to be there. Now Barber I haven't done, so like, I would like to go to Barber. Maybe next time you guys decide to go, I'm your guy.
Oh yeah, well, no, we're definitely going down there.
Cool.
We're gonna put on the schedule and then just check the M44 transportation page and then you'll be set.
Awesome. Appreciate that. So now I just wanna I know we had made something on the show earlier when I broadcast. First person to hit the chat group receive the 8-pack tax. So I want to shout out 877 Media. You guys know him. He's from Miami, correct? Yeah. So we want to give him a shout out and please inbox me, us King, gymkhanajosh, Beyond the 8-pack, so we can mail out your hat.
Sweet, congrats.
Nice.
Yeah, so one more thing I wanted to touch on before we get out of here tonight. It's like, kind of what do you guys look forward to the 2021 season? Like, what's coming up and what do you see happening this year that you're looking forward to?
New bike, new suspension, a lot happier. A better and it's been a while since I've had this much fun at the track, and certified really made it that much better for me. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
What about you, Steph?
It's all secrets on my end. We don't know what we're doing.
Top secret
Uh,
information over here.
no, just traveling to new tracks is like honestly, it's crazy. I love it. That's all because of M44 and Certified. You know, it's just they Eddie and Carlos partnered up, and like it's just it's amazing the opportunities that are going to be presented to like new riders, intermediate riders, and expert riders. Just being able to go to different tracks and then having the family environment, you know, at all these different tracks, you know, because I mean, going to a track in general is scary, but then you're like traveling halfway across the country, and then you really don't know anybody. Like
Yeah.
you gotta trust people, and I think that's gonna be like the coolest part of this year is just knowing that like everybody's got your back.
Yeah. Yo, I went to, not to go into a big story about it, but I went to Roebling last year by myself. It was like towards the beginning of the year in March, like right before all this COVID stuff hit. And I kept telling everybody, like, I'm going to Roebling, I'm going to Roebling, I'm going to Roebling. And none of the people that I associate with were trying to make that long haul down to Georgia. So I was like, screw it. I already got the time off work. I'm going by myself. I had fun, but it's definitely missing something, you know? Like not having somebody there at your pit waiting for you to be like, you know, dap you up and help you out with your bike and all this other stuff. I'm not going to do that again. I'm definitely going to make sure I follow around like Certified or somebody.
Well,
Yeah,
burst
question
your
for
bubble.
you then.
I can't. Huh?
What's that?
Oh, sorry. Question for Josh. How did you like our event down in Jennings?
I have never felt such a warm welcome as I did in Jennings. I mean, I know Carlos already from last year. Like I did the season closer in October, and we've been like working together, kind of like doing business things since then. But I did not expect what I experienced in Florida by any means. So, you know, I brought my drone down there, and I was like, yo, let's experience this together. Let's get with all these other people that are got their kids there, got their wives there, got their girlfriends there. It's an awesome environment just to even hang out and have fun. Never mind even just the track. The track was great, but everything else was awesome too. I loved it.
So I got some surprises. So after May 7th and 8th, the Dragon.
Oh,
So I'm hoping after my weekend I'm able to make fun and you guys can teach me a little better that I can handle that crazy dragon.
Yeah. Any questions you have, you can come to any of the many coaches that we got. I'm sure Josh has mentioned we got how many coaches we got now?
there was a handful.
We got
Because Ellie's
yeah,
a coach
we
too,
got
right?
yeah Ellie is
Ellie, you, myself, Paul.
fastest girl on the East Coast. She didn't say that. That's me.
Who's that? Elisa?
No,
Elisa?
Ellie. It's Stefan's.
Stefan's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, Stefan's.
Yeah,
Oh, gotta be her.
she writes. You're gonna meet. Wait, she's going on the show soon,
Yep,
right?
actually, Chachi's talking to her about coming on the show at some point too.
Yeah, she rides
perfect.
expert. She rides. She's in the. Oh yeah. Well, wait till you see her go, bro. It's insane.
I have a fascination with my true rider love, Elisa, who's so badass and passionate at 13 and made me want to go back to the track. Let me say something. Nobody made me want to go back to the track like Elisa because I said there's no way that this kid blew by me like if I was standing still drinking a cup of tea. That's how fast she blew past me on her little bike. And ever since then, I said, I'm coming up here. I'm going to become a better rider because no way in hell is this kid going to ever blow by rats some certified knee draggers. Pass me along too. Not only do I got to deal with Elisa, I got to deal with Yandel. I got to deal with Carlos' nephew. Like, what the hell? They training
Dude,
kids.
they're getting fast,
They're
man.
getting good, quick.
Yandel's a great rider.
He took first after he left Jennings, didn't he?
Yeah. I think I was riding with him in Jennings, and I was working to keep up with him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yandel, you hearing me? I know you dodging me because I've been asking you to come on the show. I want him on the show.
throwing shade at Yandel. The kid's like, hey, bro.
Oh, he's funny. He talks a lot of smack. We talk
Oh.
smack to each other. He's like a big kid. He's like very smart for his age. I mean, I've watched him like when his dad, you know what? Shout outs to his dad, man. His dad puts in a lot of work, man. That man drives and drives, and every time he lays that back down, he gets that bike up and running in no time, man. Like his dad is like so amazing, man. Like I put him on another level of like parenting because it's enough just parenting, but to do what he does for his son is it's unbelievable, man. It's like, you know, I be hearing these stories. They're on the road, you know, all weekend. He'll drive up one day, do a race, and then drive right back up. Like it's crazy, you know. Like he's got to take care of his family, and that takes a toll on a person, you know, getting up and driving all those hours. That shit really messes you up. So I give a lot of respect to Yandel and his dad. I think I would love to have him on the show to get like parent perspective like that, like someone who's consistently out there. Guys like Gordon, um, excuse me, Bruce. You know, he's always at the track with his daughter, and you know, he's so that parent track so amazing, so important.
Yeah, getting the kids involved is it's important to keep the sport alive. You know, the younger they start, the better they are when they're in their late teens, early 20s.
Because they're spending all their money on freaking bike rides.
It's true. They both take your money,
It
but
is.
one's way safer. The motorcycles I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Don't get that twisted.
I'm gonna be surprising. So you know, everybody knows Sal and his 3 Frenchies. I finally got my Frenchie, so I'm gonna be part of the Frenchie family when I go up to New York City.
Oh, there we go.
Yo, Butter, I don't know if you know, but
So new bike, new dog.
Sal got a new
it's got a
bike.
lot
He
of
actually
surprise.
won the raffle that certified was.
Oh, the
Did you know
300.
that?
No
Yeah,
he won that
way, get
300.
out of here.
Yeah, he did.
After he crashed at Jennings, broke that bike. They did a whole frame swap in
12
a
hours.
Swing
what was
arm.
it? Yeah, 12 hours. And then he goes and wins the 300.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
That's pretty.
Actually, I
He's a
saw
great guy.
today.
If anybody,
Yeah, for sure he deserves it. I saw he's selling a 300 or a 400 right now too, a black one.
A black and gray one?
Yeah. Is that
that's probably the one he coaches with.
Maybe.
Yo, I crashed that thing.
Well, that's not gonna help the
There
sales.
goes the resale value.
You know what's crazy? So
I'll remind you again.
that was the first and last time I've ever rode a 300. I don't even know if it's a 3 or 400. I don't remember. But I come out of pit, right? And near out of pit, I'm doing like 20, 30 coming into turn 1. Like seriously, I'm not even kidding. Slowest I've ever gone there. Lean it like a big bike, which you cannot do apparently. And bro, it slides right out. The bike didn't even make it to the grass. Like that's how slow I was.
He said like 5-10 feet.
Yeah, so slow. Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable at all. And you know, it's funny that, you know, when I first went up to New York City, Greg invited me. I reached out. I paid for my track day. I didn't know what the hell to expect. And the first thing Greg told me was like, just grab one of those bikes and go on the track. Like that. He's like, yeah, grab one of those bikes over there and get on the track. And I'm looking at this little bike and I'm like, I'm gonna look like King Bicycle. He's like, no,
Right?
that's all you're gonna need for the track. And I'm a big dude, so I was like, and I hear this little bike, I think I can. And just going up the runway.
The little engine that could.
I think I can. I think my friend's recording me and I'm seeing him and he's like 10 minutes at the fence, like, and I'm like, all right, man, that's funny at all. You know, it's like blowing past me, and I'm like, never again would I ride this thing until I saw, like, how did she do it?
Yeah.
And then I realized she's like 200 pounds lighter than me, so it was just so funny. But I would definitely never ride. I would never get caught riding a 300. Don't ask me to test ride your 300. I can look at it and tell you what's wrong with it. Buy a bigger fucking bike. That's what I would tell you.
Well, yo, fellas, we're probably getting close to that time. We should cut this thing to an end. But before we do that, I want to kind of go around the room and let everybody shout out their people at home, thank their family, their loved ones, etc. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, but let's start with Stefan. Stefan, you got anybody you want to shout out at home?
Yeah, just my boy M44 Transportation, and my girl Ellie, because
Smart man.
we ride together.
And as we said already, Ellie's going to come on the show at some point. They're working on the ladies' night being more of a regular thing. Ellie's going to be one of the first guests we have on here. At least that's what I've heard. We'll see what happens with that.
Yo, you should use with the dudes.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. It's all about equal riding. You shouldn't make it feel like I mean, women need to be empowered, and just keeping them segregated is kind of just keeping them down.
You know what? I do agree with you. I'm not one to like pander to any community. However, I
Yeah.
feel that they are a great minority in this community. So I do want to at least highlight the fact that there are lady riders. There are a lot of females that don't even realize like they can get into this male-dominated sport. So that's why we try and get the ladies on their own show, because it is a community of female riders out there, and they're badass.
Absolutely.
So that's why we kind of separate them and highlight them. It's not that we're like,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh
segregating
no,
for-
no,
for-
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, but I agree with you, man. I'm not gonna pander to anybody for any reason. But
Perfect.
Alex, what you got, man? Who you want to talk to?
Shout out to Eddie Martinez with M44 Transportation, Team Martinez.
Right?
And yeah, Carlos, I'm certified. And just without the two of them, this year would be really boring for me. But it's been surreal so far, and I can't wait to see what the rest of it has to bring for it. So I can't thank them enough, honestly.
Right on, man. Actually, I'm really thankful for them too, because they brought us all together.
Yeah. Get a little tear.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, you're killing it on that one. That's a good fake cry.
Yo, Butter, what's up, man? What are we gonna say before we get out of here today?
Again, May 7th and 8th. If you're not at New York Safety Track, you're missing. You don't consider yourself a biker, bro. So you fucking bike. I don't care what it is. You're upset. You want to be mad. Yo, even if you go as a spectator, just come up. I promise you, I'll give you a free burger or something, but come up. You're gonna experience shit that you've never experienced before at any motorcycle event. Guys, I've been in the circuit 30 years. Been to every bike blessing. I've been to 1% parties. I've been to whatever event they have. Fundraising, this, that, the third. You have not been at a track day ever. This is the day to come. This is the weekend to make a spectacular event. You're gonna see shit. You're gonna have fun. Just it's so much different than being like in front of Nathan's with all your buds. This is gonna be something totally badass. I promise you that. There's gonna be people there selling suits, custom suits on the fly, boots on the fly, stuff that you could put on your bike that most people don't know and don't even buy for their bike. You're gonna have Moto G ring. I mean, Scott is so educational on everything he has. There's so many things he offers for your bike. Certified knee jack is gonna have tire, wear. It's just beyond the apex gear is gonna be there. It's just so much stuff. So I tell everybody, shout out to Black City. Out of all the teams in New York that are heavily invested on this track, their city's coming up. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be real serious. Like, they coming up there. They didn't come one rider squad. They coming heavy, representing New York City, representing their club. It's gonna be a movie. I rode with one of their brothers. And he has a S1000, and I was playing catch up the whole time. Like, I'm on a 600. I'm on his tail, boy. And I'm like, and I said to myself, I know I got a 600 on the track. But he made me convince myself to buy a leader bike. And for all you people that say your 600 does 187 miles an hour, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. I was on the turnpike, 51 miles of straightaway, 5 cars, 51 miles that I saw, full throttle pinned, and the bike would not go past 165. That odometer, maybe because I'm 200 pounds heavier than the normal rider, I don't see that bike. I don't see any 600 doing no. You're a liar.
Preach. Preach.
Unless you showing me a dyno sheet from Boost Racing, After Dark Tuning, one of those expert guys, you're full of shit. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you 187. I'm calling you out. You ain't got it. Come see me, homeboy. Me. Your shit is garbage. Your story's a lie. You're faking. You're a poser. That means you ain't never passed 135.
Shots fired from Butter.
Whew.
Oof.
Anybody says that. And guys, you know that shit is bullshit. Because I've
It
been
is.
on a leader bike, 200 horsepower, and it struggles to hit 191. It struggles with me on it. Imagine a dude on a 600. Absolutely not. You're talking 115 horsepower max on a 600. Don't tell me what I know. I had to get that off my chest. So
Somebody
I
hurt
just
him. Somebody hurt Butter.
You're right. Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
Listen. I've been riding long enough to smell bullshit from a mile away. First of all, if you want a 600 doing 187 miles, you're not riding around in a tank top and shorts. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Your bike ain't never did 187. You riding around in tank top and shorts. You ain't never went down, homie. So you ain't telling me you playing at 187 and you look like you just started riding yesterday. And I see some of these bikes. I think at 187 miles, bearings are fly off. Some of you ride
Hoopties.
07. So they riding 06, 07. They still financing the shit. FYI, you still financing your 07 CBR. You're a cold ball. My shit is bought out. There's no lien holder. I'm calling you all out. When I come out with my bike, I'm bringing my fucking titles. There's no lien holder. Don't come out of the 2008, 2009 CBR that you done financed for $8,000 because your credit is shot. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. If you're riding 600, saying you 70, you're a liar. I'm calling you out. Now, with that said, shout outs to our sponsor, Prospect Power Sports. I got today. I got a beautiful vintage Kawasaki hoodie from my sister at Prospect Power Sports. So if you need any gear, any Kawi gear, any Yamaha gear, tracksuits, hit me up. I got you at the good rates. Shout out to Mike Crowley. He's shipping out a shitload of helmets for April 17th. April 17th is our anniversary, Hustle King anniversary. We got a lot of, listen, guys, I know you guys are not from New York City, but if you come to New York City, you're going to see something you've never seen. I can't even, I so want to let out the secret that I can't. But you're going to see some shit that you've never done before.
Yo, May 7th, there might be 2 track firsts in history. So just we might talk about it next session. We might not. I'm just saying. That's the day to come.
All I know is there's a really great human being in this bike community about to do something that I've never witnessed ever before in the 30 years that I've been in the game. This dude is about to do is going to be epic. And, he's going to be doing it at our event. It's going to be great. If you're not coming out, you're going to miss out on history right there. I promise you that. It's going to be historic. So I want to also shout out Black City Riders. Always checking in, my girl Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. She is amazing, guys. I know you guys all got to meet her. She's like super cool. She has a bike event tomorrow with City from Black City. Everybody's gonna be out in New Hyde Park tomorrow. So guys, if you don't know where it's at, just check in. And just everybody who checked in, guys, thanks for all the comments. Thanks for keeping us sane. I love everybody who checked in. If you're in New York City, come see me April 17th, Coney Island, UB Clubhouse. It's an open event. There's gonna be tons of vendors. Please come show love, man. Shake hands. Let's meet. If we only speak on the show, or we text each other on the show or Instagram, please come out. Let me buy you a drink. Just show love to each other. I can't wait for April 17th, man. That's really all I gotta say.
Right on. So I'll add to that. We already kind of touched on it a little bit, but everybody that's been involved with the show lately, Justin, Chachi, Kristen, Bills for showing up tonight and doing the Biker News Network. We really appreciate you guys. Yeah, what else can I say? We got a lot of stuff going on. Track season is open. Thanks to our guests that joined us this evening. That was awesome talking to you guys, letting people get to know you a little bit. So thank you for that. And yeah, other than that, all you people at home, there's a little subscribe button down below the video. Hit that subscribe button. We do this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Beyond the Apex. Me, Butter, whatever guests we have on, we just talk motorcycle everything. And as I always say, leave this world better than you found it. Peace. Hey, you guys, stick around. Even after the broadcast, I want to kind of shoot the shit with you a little bit.